everybody, and thank you for watching the Top Think Tanks review. I'm your host, Bryce Dolan. Now today on the show, we look at a story from the Center for a New American Security. And although it's an older topic, I really had no idea that this situation existed. So I thought it was interesting and worth sharing with you on the show today. Now, according to the Center for a New American Security, for years, presidential candidates have promised to move the American embassy to Jerusalem, only to back out of that promise after entering office. Now, President Donald Trump appears to be serious about breaking this precedent, and there is rampant speculation in the Israeli press that he may announce this move in the next few days. Now, moving the embassy would upend 50 years of American policy, which has held that the issues of Jerusalem can be negotiated only between Israelis and Palestinians. It's a high-stakes move, and given the religious sensitivity around it, it could spark violence targeted at American diplomatic facilities across the Middle East. But Trump could fulfill his pledge while mitigating some negative consequences if he were to pair it with another radical move: formal recognition of the state of Palestine. On the surface, such a move may seem entirely unrealistic, but for a dealmaker like Trump, who wants to shake up policy across the US government, it could represent an attractive compromise. Now, the underlying dispute in the United States on this issue is less about whether Jerusalem should be the capital of Israel. Since 1996, both party platforms have called for acknowledging Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. Instead, the dispute is strategic about whether moving the US embassy would help or set back the prospect for peace between the Israelis and Palestinians. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is monumental. If Trump decides to move the American embassy to Jerusalem, I can almost guarantee that this would set back all the progress that Israelis and Palestinians have made, because the world looks up to America, the world looks up to the United States. So if the US were to move the embassy to Jerusalem, that was essentially staking Jerusalem as the capital city of Israel. So there's a lot of things going on here, because if we were to do that, then Trump may have to acknowledge Palestine as a formal state. So there's a number of things that could go wrong here, let alone the targeting of American diplomatic facilities across the Middle East as well. Just that small minor detail. Now, I hope that President Trump and his administration really thinks about this move before making any rash decisions, because this could really have some mass effects, not only on the United States, but on countries in the Middle East. And with the US just essentially pulling out of the Middle East, I think everybody would hate for another conflict to start, especially if that conflict was started up again by the United States. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can go look at this article yourself by clicking on the link below in the description. It'll take you directly to this article on the Center for a New American Security website. And actually, at the bottom of the page, you can view the full article by clicking on the link and going to visit the website Politico. Now, make sure you also subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you can get notified every time a new video is posted. Give our Facebook pages a like and follow us on Twitter. But that does it for your Top Think Tanks review, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you next time. I was your host, Bryce Dolan.